Hey people, how are yous? Just thought I might show you what I'm doing with this glass repair kit. Essentially, I've got a couple of bullseyes in my windscreen for driving on the road and whatnot, just various bits and pieces, flicking up off the road and chipping the windscreen and whatnot. And I thought I might as well give one of these things a go. Now I found this one at Autobahn, I believe. No, not Autobahn, Super Cheap. I found this at Super Cheap. I picked it up for about 15 bucks, I think. About 15 bucks each. And I just watched the video tutorial and it seems pretty straightforward. Essentially, what you do is, like, they've got to be, your bullseyes has got to be essentially smaller than a 5-cent piece, I guess you could say. And what you need to do is, when you buy the kit, you open it up, it gives you a thumbtack so you can dig any bits of broken glass out of the brake. Don't worry, it's not going to shatter your windscreen. Most windscreens are double layered, so you've got a layer of glass and then you've got a Laminex sheet in between the two layers, so that, you know, if something does, you know, smash into you, it's not going to shatter the windscreen straight away. It's a safety feature, actually. Don't know when it was brought out, but yeah, it's obviously saved countless lives from, you know, bits and pieces of glass going everywhere. So it shatters, but it doesn't break everywhere. But essentially, getting to the point, so after you've picked out any broken glass that you might be able to see, they supply an alcohol wipe. Now what that does is it cleans the area, and what you want to do is, you know, really give it a good wipe. Not too hard, of course, you know, just a soft wipe. Wipe right around the area. I did, okay, so that's where the repair kit is there, okay? So I probably wiped about an area about to where my finger is in circumference. So a fairly large area, just so it's nice and clean and you don't have any contaminants like dust or other crap in there that could affect the seal and everything. Might be a bit overkill, but I'd rather have it overkill than not have it done properly or have something bugger up in the process. But anyways, after you've cleaned it up, they give you these, I'll try and find it wherever the wrapper went, but let's see, not there. So yeah, it gives you the resin, which I'll put the safety pin in there because I kind of, where is it? Ah, there it is. That's one part of it. That's one part of the puzzle. Hang on. No, I've pushed it under. Ah, crap. Come on. Oh. I'm just trying to get it out so you guys can see it, and it's not playing ball. It's being a pain in the ass. Okay, I might have it now. Do I? Yes. Oh fuck, no I don't. Oh come on. There we go. Alright, so you'll get a disc like this essentially. Now on one half the disc you've got the same coloured material, plastic on it, and the other bit you'll have a green piece of plastic material. Now, well, it doesn't really matter because I've already applied the bloody thing, but anyways, you put the plain white coloured bit, well, once you peel that plain white coloured bit off, it will reveal like a black sticky, I don't know what you'd call it, like a gasket type substance. It's a bit tacky. But what you do is you line that up with the hole, your bullseye in your windscreen, and you place it down gently, making sure it's that the hole is dead set in the center. And then you basically run your finger around the edges of it and whatnot, make sure you squeeze out any air bubbles that could stop a perfect seal from forming. Okay. Once you've done that, you then get your pedestal, which is that bit there that the syringe is currently inserted into. And what you want to do is you want to place that essentially directly over your hole. Now, it takes you a couple of seconds to, you know, be careful about it and get it in there and whatnot. But once you've got it over the hole and touching your adhesive bit, what you want to do is you want to run your finger and whatnot around this outside part here. Give it a pretty rough, a rough rub over, just to make sure you get all your air bubbles and whatnot out of the two bits of connecting pieces, right? So you don't have the air bubbles. So when you go to put your syringe on and put your resin inside the pedestal, at the moment it's in the position to create a vacuum. Now what that vacuum does is, while the resin is sitting in there, that resin acts as a gas lock, or a fluid lock, or whatever you call it, a seal. And because you're pulling a vacuum with your syringe here, any trapped air bubbles or whatever that's in the crack in the break that you're trying to repair is going to be forced to come out. So it'll draw the air out. So that'll also form a perfect seal. Now in the instructions it says give it about 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure 10 minutes is up by now, surely, but I just want to make this quick video for you. So once all the air's out and you can't really see any more bubbles and whatnot, what you want to do is, without unlocking the syringe, you want to carefully twist it out so it lets air inside the pedestal and inside the syringe. Then what you want to do, and what that'll do is it'll basically draw in the resin into the cavity that you've just vacuumed all the air out essentially. Then what you want to do is you want to reinsert your syringe, and then there's another notch. You'll see, if I can, yeah, can you see that notchy bit just up above there? Yeah. Well, what you want to do is, once you've reinserted it, you want to push that back down into the syringe to that point, and then lock it in there, leave it for about 20 minutes or so. What that does is it further pushes the resin into any little cracks and whatnot. It fills the entire surface area up, so it just becomes one piece. So you won't have any cracks. You leave that there for 20 minutes, and after the 20 minutes, you peel it off and whatnot, and then you add a dab of resin. I'll show you a bit later on if I remember. What you do is you put a dab of resin over the hole where you've just pushed the resin into, and then you get this plastic doohickey here, this square thing. Can you see that? Well, I'm using my phone to film this, so yeah. So what you want to do is, after you put your dollop of resin over your hole, you then lay that plastic square piece there over the resin, and then using your razor here, you don't take the paper off until you're ready to scrape the excess resin off your windscreen. But what you do is you use that blunt bit there, the metal bit, and you use that to basically screen and screet off any air bubbles that might still be underneath, and then you leave it in the sun for about 15 minutes. It says 15 minutes to cure, it'll go yellow, and after that you essentially peel off the thing and you scrape any excess resin off, and then you're done. It says that on a cloudy day you leave it in the direct sunlight for an hour minimum, and what that does, it will cure the resin and basically replace, I guess what you could say, the glass that has been chipped out. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because this is the first time I've used this thing. I bought the product ages ago, but I just couldn't be stuffed getting it done until, today I've got a bit of free time. I'm trying to clean up the garage here. It's a mess at the moment. I'm putting this white gap filler stuff in between the timbers and whatnot to stop any rain and any drafts from getting in, because I want to get this all tidied up and painted and reorganised and whatnot, so it's not so dirty and it's not so grubby looking. But yeah, just thought I might share this with you guys. First time I've tried it, and I watched the video and it seemed simple enough, so I decided to give it a crack. But I have two more of those kits, which I've got another nasty little bullseye over there, and I've also, I don't know if it'll bring it up, but I've got another crack in the glass about there-ish. I think. Was it? I don't know. I can't see it with the camera. But I've essentially got 3. Alright? And I want to repair them before they become worse and I have to go spend, you know, $300-400 on a brand new windscreen, because these bloody Land Rovers here, they're not exactly the cheapest to fix. Like, don't get me wrong, I've got no issues with this Land Rover of mine. It's a Land Rover Discovery Series 2 with a TD5 turbo diesel in it. Absolutely amazing. Probably one of the best vehicles I've owned. It's very capable off-road, it's super comfy to drive, you know, it gets up and goes. Probably one of the quickest diesels I've driven. And, you know, it's got the snorkel. I've put on the laser lights, LED light bars on the top there, which are super handy when I'm full driving at night. And just for general highway use. And I've also got my UHF radio antennae. We've got an 80 channel radio. And of course, you know, that light bar down there came with the rig. So one less light bar I had to pay for and get fitted. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys. Sorry for, you know, dribbling on as long as I did. Oh yeah, I've also got to get that bit of plastic there that goes in between the windscreen and the bonnet there. As with typical Land Rovers, you know, they cop a lot of abuse from elements and whatnot, and the plastic tends to dry out and brittlise and tends to crack and break. Which I need to get a new one, which I will fairly soon, and I'll also make a video on that, how to replace it, because I've got all sorts of workshop manuals for these things. Kind of got a habit of buying workshop manuals for different brands and whatnot, because you never know when you might need that information on the proper torque settings or something. But anyways, I'm waffling on too much here. Hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you appreciate the video. Anyways, kudos, see you later.